Everybody, and welcome back to Dempsey Plays Helldivers 2. So, I have got some interesting news for you guys, and exciting news that just dropped earlier today. For Xbox users and your new series of Xbox S series, you are now capable of playing Helldivers 2. Welcome to the fleet. I am so excited that we're getting more Helldivers, man. I mean, because we've been averaging, especially here lately, we've been averaging, let's see, how many Helldivers do we have currently? Ooh, new message coming in from Super Earth. Looks like we're going to be fighting some bugs for a little bit. Oh, dude, let's go. Dude, freaking excited. Awesome. Looks like we got new objectives and new missions to do too. That's great news for us. All right, so however, we're gonna be like just kind of farming for a little bit. I don't really need anything, but I need to concentrate on what I'm about to tell you guys, because right now we've got an average of Helldivers. Well, I shouldn't say an average. I would say an average of Helldivers has probably been like 70,000 Helldivers, but as of right now, we only have 54,218 Helldivers active, which is great. But now, since the great news of Xbox, finally having access to Helldivers 2, which I don't know why they didn't for the longest time. It just makes no sense to me. This opens up it just opens up so much more because of the new app that is in alpha mode right now being tested, which could possibly mean the end of PlayStation. I'll explain here in a little bit. So, first of all, I want to talk about this from I guess, more of a console player perspective. In my perspective, as a console player, what I like to do is I like to go to work, I like to come back from work, sit down, turn on my console, and start playing a video game. I do not care for always having to update software stuff on PlayStation. I on PC, I don't care for that, and I think it's also kind of dumb to just buy a PC, because you're going to have to keep rebooting it all the time anyways. Like, there are going to be better processors, better drive, like there's just so many things that you can take apart and put together and build to make a better, fast, long lasting PC. That's great, but it's only for it's only for having the ability to play with a mouse, right? Like that's the biggest, like wait, hold on, sorry, let's not do one, let's do two. Whoops, shut up, quit. There we go. In my eyes, the new information about this opening up Steam, or having Steam in Xbox, opens up a whole new can of worms, in my opinion. A lot of people are kind of downplaying it at the moment, but I don't really think a lot of people are seeing the big picture of what this potentially means for the future. Because, dude, this could be the end of PlayStation, and very well, answers the age-old debate: which console is superior, PlayStation or Xbox? Now, again, I'm only referring to as a console-based controller, console-based platform. I'm not referring to PC. I'm not a PC guy. I don't think I'll ever be a PC guy. But I do love my PlayStation. I've always loved PlayStation since PlayStation 2. And but until now, like, what I mean by that is, like, if this escalates and this works out the way everybody is kind of hoping it's going to, like the way Microsoft is hoping it's going to. Like, this is going to be successful in their ability to play any game on Steam, which essentially means there is no longer PlayStation or Xbox exclusive gaming. There is only gaming. You're going to be able to play whatever game, whenever, and you don't have to worry about like, like The Last of Us being on PlayStation. That was like for a lot of people, that was like the really only big reason to get a PlayStation. And for most people, if you're a gamer, you really don't care what platform you're on. If you're a big gamer, you just want to play like, whatever console or whatever game you want to play. You don't really care about the console, you care about the game, right? So what this means for PlayStation, I don't know, it could absolutely be detrimental to PlayStation, because there is no longer, like, in my opinion, Helldivers 2, the announcement for today of Helldivers being launched on PC, Xbox, this was like the last PlayStation exclusive game. And quite literally, I don't think there's going to be another place, unless if another game comes out of nowhere. I mean, everybody, I don't want to say saw Helldivers 2 coming out from left field. I don't want to say people saw it coming, but people kind of like looked at this game when it first came out. I was like, man, there's some real potential here. And it just blew up to be such an amazing game. Like, like, this game's received rewards. It's amazing. So it's a good game. But that's not really what I'm here to talk about. The coolest and the biggest thing I'm here to talk about is PlayStation. Is PlayStation when the next Xbox console is released, is PlayStation going to be obsolete? Is it still going to be here? And we're going to talk about a lot of hypothetical branches we're going to dive into to try to really get the full, I guess, conception of what this means for the gaming industry. Now, I'm a bit of a nerd. I think that's obvious. I think most gamers are. So forgive me for a lot of the nerd language, or forgive me for a lot of the the stuff that we're going to be talking about here. But it's absolutely amazing. It's groundbreaking. It is absolutely just. It's never heard of before. Like, I mean, I'm the guy that. I have been a PlayStation fanboy since PlayStation 2, and I absolutely love PlayStation. So coming from a guy who has played, pretty faithfully and loyally on PlayStation, this is kind of weird for me to say, but it's also just stating facts at this point, man, because it really, if this gets implemented, this truly does change the gaming industry forever. Like, it just literally does. I can't really express in all of the ways it does, because like as of right now, there is a potential for I'll put it this way. So let's just run through the pros and cons of what we have now, and what Steam being added to the Steam engine being added to Xbox means potentially for the future. So as of right now, what at least my current status is, what I'm doing is I am playing I own a PlayStation 5 console, and I own a Xbox One. I don't have the latest and greatest Xbox gaming console right now, so I'm a little out of date as far as like how the new one is. I just didn't really see a reason to buy the new one because I was comfortable with everything that I have for the Xbox as of right now. So I just don't really, in my opinion, I don't really see a reason to get a new gaming console, new Xbox gaming console. And but there is definitely going to be a huge, potentially a huge incentive to get the newest one. Um, so what they're doing right now in is developing. It's in alpha mode right now. They're developing the ability to play Steam games through the Xbox. Now, what this means is you're still running your Steam account. So if you have a game on Steam, it keeps all of your progress. It keeps all of your status on Steam. You're just playing. Essentially, you're opening up Steam and running that engine through your Xbox, which is amazing. First of all, because like think of all the games that adds to all the content that adds to your console. I think that's absolutely crazy, and I don't think there's a lot of people that grasp the I don't think a lot of people grasp how game changing that is, quite literally. So, all right, so like I said, what I'm doing now is I'm paying $155 a year for owning PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live. Well, I guess I don't think they call it that anymore. It's like Xbox. I don't know what it's called anymore. Actually, it used to, and maybe it's just Game Pass, right? Okay, so let's just call it Game Pass. So for owning the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox, it costs me $155 a year to just run both of them for my favorite games. Now, mind you, on the PlayStation, there's only a small selection of old games that we can still play. Basically, anything from PlayStation 4 till now is the only kind of PlayStation games you can play. Which, in my opinion, Sony, you really dropped the ball on that, dude. That is absolutely ridiculous. Like, the content is just not here. Now, I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to push people to play new games and quit getting stuck on all the old games. But the problem is the new games suck. They do, dude. They suck. The new Call of Duty games are absolutely just ridiculous. They're hot garbage, and they're trying to force you into only playing what they want you to play instead of what you want to play. And it's like, look, you're spending this much money. I want to play whatever the heck I want to play. I don't care what you're trying to promote, what you're trying to shove down my throat. I want to play what I want to play. Like, I want to come home after work. I want to be able to turn on my console. I want everything to already be installed while I was at work, and it's what it does when it's in sleep mode. It's great. It's fantastic. What used to be the norm for PlayStation was back in the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3 days, you got to play very loosely. You got to play with your friends, at least when it came to PlayStation 2. You got to play with your friends online for free. Now, when PlayStation 3 came out, dude, you were playing the latest and greatest big named games for free. You didn't have to pay, at least for PlayStation back in the day, PlayStation 3, you did not have to pay for an online subscription to play with all your friends. You just got on the game and played it with your friends. Like, it was for free. It was nice. Black Ops, all the 2010 days, man. Like, Medal of Honor 2010, Medal of Honor Warfighter, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. There was just so many things back in the day that you got to do, and I still that's the only reason I own an Xbox One right now, is because why I keep paying a yearly subscription for is because I get to play those old games again still. It's obviously for the nostalgia purpose and reason, like, there's but it's also just because the game is just a fun game, and I'm definitely willing to put up with it to just be able to play it again. So with the announcement of Helldivers being released to Xbox now, in my opinion, not only does this bring us more Helldivers, but this also means that there's no real incentive to play PlayStation anymore. Also, considering the fact that what we have for PlayStation versus what we have for Xbox. So as of right now, at least to my knowledge, I don't know how the new console, new generation is, but with the PlayStation Plus, you every now and then get a couple of games for free. That's really, and then a couple of discounts, yada, yada, yada. That's really the only incentive that PlayStation as a base offers right now, as a base standard. Now, when we take a look at Xbox, they also have, with their Game Pass and being able to play online, it's all wrapped into one, I'm pretty sure. Or no, there is something about you do have to pay $10 extra. So let's just say the online pass and plus all of the nice discounts that you get and all of the games that you get with that, plus the Game Pass of being able to just download any game you want for $10 a month, right? That's a really good deal. I mean, that's a pretty significant deal. Now, of course, that, when we're talking about like, so $10 a month, 10 times 12, that gets a little costly. It definitely gets up there. But to have at your disposal unlimited content for Xbox, I mean, that's fair, dude. I think that's kind of fair. I do believe that's a pretty good deal. So now let's look at the bigger picture of what Steam offers and what could potentially be on their newest generation console. What they could do is when they're done with the alpha and beta testing of this new engine that they're trying to run, where you turn on your Xbox, not only do you get to play Xbox games now, Xbox exclusives, and for a small fee of $10 a month, you also get to play PlayStation titled games, PlayStation exclusive games, and Xbox exclusive games. That's essentially what is opening up here when we're talking about adding Steam to Xbox. That's insane. I mean, how cool is that? And it quite literally changes everything. And I have to say it, I think this may be the death of PlayStation. This is difficult for me to say because I've been a fanboy of it for so long, again, since PlayStation 2. However, I mean, it's just straight up facts that Xbox is the more superior console now, and it has finally ended the age-old debate, PlayStation or Xbox, because we are now capable of playing every single game from like the PlayStation 3 era of gaming to now, plus it's no longer exclusive to just Xbox. It's PlayStation as well. So you're able to play Last of Us, you're able to play God of War, you're able to play Gears of War, you're able to play Halo, all on the same console. That's huge. I love that. I love that for the gaming industry. That's so much more content, and it definitely would inspire a lot more gaming creators and content creators to, instead of paying for both consoles, only have to worry about one. You have unlimited access. It's kind of a no-brainer. Now, this is where we kind of get into the more hypothetical questions about what is PlayStation going to do about this? Are they just going to sit there and take this, or are they actually going to get up off their rears and start giving us more content? Now, in my personal opinion, I think that this is definitely going to inspire PlayStation to try to keep their head in the game and also get on board with this gravy train of possibly striking a deal with Xbox to also allow PlayStation to open up Steam. I think that what they it's kind of crappy, but what they could do is let them do the pioneering stuff. Let them make all the nice little changes and let them do the hard work, when they can come in and also just pay a significant amount of fee to just allow Steam to be added as an app or as an engine on your gaming console. And where this is obviously going is, and we've kind of known this for a while. I mean, it's no secret that, PC is in many ways a just an amazing console for gaming. But again, I'm so tired of the whole it just feels like work every time I turn on a computer. I've got to update something. I've got to already do I've just got to do so much. Whereas opposed to having a PlayStation or computer or a PlayStation or Xbox, it's just like a smart computer. It just does everything, all the boring stuff that I don't care for. It just does it automatically for me. I think that it's kind of a no-brainer for me, especially since I work for a living. It just makes more sense to me to come home, turn on a console, and just game. That's all I want to do. I don't want to do all the craziness that is involved with being having a computer. So taking the finances into consideration of how much it costs for me to do both right now, as opposed to one day owning the newest series of Xbox and being able to play every single game from the Xbox 360 era and from the PlayStation 3 era until now. It's a no-brainer. And okay, so let's go in a little bit more hypothetical with it. Even if Xbox releases a new console and allows, and this whole project with Steam goes over great, and they allow the ability for PlayStation games and Xbox games to be played all on one console. In my opinion, what that means is there is no longer PlayStation's obsolete, right? We kind of already talked about that. So what PlayStation could do is get on board with this, pay a substantial amount of fee to kind of do what Xbox is doing. Therefore, imagine a world where PlayStation and Xbox now are no longer exclusive gaming. Like, you can play on PlayStation, you can play Halo and Gears of War, and on the Xbox you can play Last of Us. Obviously now with a new announcement of Helldivers coming to Xbox, since it's releasing now, this is kind of already a thing, but there's just so many other games that are added to everybody's disposal on their favorite console. In my opinion, because this is still hypothetical, and as of right now, it very well could be Xbox will be the lead console in gaming because they have all the games. There is quite literally a monopoly on all the games. So, with that being said, where we're at with it is I'm probably going to say goodbye to PlayStation. I'm probably going to cancel my subscription with PlayStation, and I don't ever really see a reason to come back unless if PlayStation gets their head out of their rears, opens up all of those old games for us to play, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, because as of right now, the earliest Call of Duty game the latest Call of Duty game I can play, is Black Ops 3. And no offense, but I just don't care for it. I much rather have Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, the original and the better Modern Warfares, as far as those COD games go. But I also would love to play Medal of Honor 2010 again. I would love to play Medal of Honor Warfighter again. I would love to play some of these old games that are kind of forgotten and haven't been revamped. I mean, and it's kind of BS anyways that they It's in my eyes, it's BS anyways that they stopped with what do you call it, remastering those, because they haven't remastered Modern Warfare 3. They haven't, and there's really no talk about them remastering Modern Warfare 3. There was talk about remastering Black Ops 2, but I have never seen anything about that since. I think that was like back in like 2019 anyways, or even possibly 18. So not really not really anything progressing there, you know. So it's like, in my opinion, this is just, you know, great news for gaming industry, kind of consolidating all gamers to one console, which is great. I don't get me wrong, I do like that. I do think that's better. That, you know, I don't have to spend 155 on both PlayStation and Xbox now, when I can just go ahead and pay for one singular console, and have every game available at my disposal. That's the kind of content that we're looking for. And if it does in the future, again, hypothetically, come down to PlayStation and Xbox both have unlimited access to games, such as, you know, old, you know, I'm thinking more of like PlayStation 3 era of gaming, because there was a lot of good games during that era. But you know, you could go even further than that. PlayStation 1 games until now. You know, in the earliest Xbox, I don't even remember what the earliest. I mean, I think it was just literally called Xbox One. I could be wrong, or maybe it was just Xbox, but you know, the Xbox 360 era of gaming until now, dude, I mean, the possibilities would be endless. And if that's the case, if that's what it comes to, is both consoles are going to be basically, you know, no longer exclusive gaming for those consoles, and it's just basically opened up to like a hybrid of a computer / gaming console, then I'm gonna stick with PlayStation, because one thing that PlayStation does really well is allow you to record your games. Like all of this, all I had to do was put my headphones on that have a built-in, you know, microphone, you know, turn on my controller, turning on my PlayStation, hit the record button, and I'm talking to you guys, sending you guys this information, sending you guys this video. That's awesome. Xbox, not that great. You like like, I can do hour-long videos. Xbox, you have to insert your own audio. So like, you know, at least for the Xbox One, I don't know this to be the case for the newest Xbox series, and I could be completely wrong. Maybe the new Xbox does allow this, but as far as the Xbox One is concerned, I have to take a flash drive, change the format to where I have to insert it in the Xbox, and then be able to record up to an hour of footage that way. And even then, I still don't get to talk to you guys, or you guys don't hear my voice when I plug in my microphone to my computer or my controller and start talking. It doesn't work that way. You have to insert audio separately. PlayStation definitely has a way more user-friendly way of doing it than Xbox. Now, again, I'm working with a older generation console, so in that aspect of content, or of content providing, I should say, in my opinion, PlayStation is far superior. Again, I may be outdated on that because I don't have the newest console. But what I am able to do, even with a generation behind console on the Xbox One, I'm still able to play all of my favorite games I always wanted to play. Now, I haven't even tried looking for Medal of Honor Warfighter or Medal of Honor 2010, because I just haven't really thought about it. But I'm still able to play all of those old games, and I think I even still might be able to play Battlefield 3. Now, you know, all of this is great and everything, but I'm still paying 155 for both consoles. For the PlayStation 5, I'm still paying $80 annually for it, on top of whatever benefits may come, which in my opinion I think Xbox does do a little bit better of a job of giving more access or more content to their platform than PlayStation does. Again, because PlayStation has absolutely limited themselves on content, because they decided that they weren't going to go back and bring all these old games that everybody loves to their newest consoles, which is absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. That is absolutely hindering yourself, because I still love playing those old games. I'll keep the Xbox One as long as the Xbox One will allow me to play all those old games. I'm still going to continue doing that. So that's just me. But anyways, so in my personal opinion, guys, I think this news changes everything. And I wanted to do this on Helldivers too, because of the awesome news of the Xbox community finally coming, a long time of waiting for them to come to Helldivers. I think it's awesome. Helldivers finally here for Xbox, and I'm here for it. It's awesome. Sorry we saved Super Earth before you got a chance to, but hey, who knows? Maybe the automatons are going to be pushing their way back here. They're getting pretty close. The bugs are too, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Though there'll still be many chances in the future. So, don't knock it. And plus, all the regions are finally available now. So, that's why I got this awesome freaking cape. The event that occurred, like, I can't remember. It's been a while now, almost when the game launched. It basically there was this huge thing about, if you don't have a PlayStation, basically if you don't have a PlayStation account for Helldivers 2, you can't play the game. And which was kind of trash. It's Sony doing their thing, which sucks, because like nobody likes exclusive games, because that means you're gonna have to spend more money. But from a business point of view, that helps out a ton for the company, because you're gonna have to spend more money. The people are gonna have to spend money to get more, to get whatever console it is they want, or they're going to have to get for the game that they want to play. Genius marketing, however, sucks for the consumers, sucks for the people who want to play that content. So anyways, pretty crazy in my opinion. I think it's awesome news. I think this changes everything, and it could potentially change everything for the near future of PlayStation and Xbox. Xbox very well could be the superior console. Like I said earlier, the age-old debate of which gaming console is better is finally kind of factual now, and Xbox is definitely going to be up there. They're making ways to improve their gaming industry, and well done, honestly. Never thought this would have happened. We're it's not there yet. That's the important part. It's not there yet. PlayStation still has time to get their heads out of their rear and figure out what they want to do. Figure out how they're going to one up on Xbox here. I think the best thing you could possibly do is add all of the gaming content to your consoles. PlayStation, bring back all of those PlayStation 3 era video games. Xbox kept everything. It makes no sense to me. And it happened with the PlayStation 4. When I said, goodbye to the PlayStation 3 and got the PlayStation 4, I was still under the impression that I was going to be able to play all of those old games. I wasn't. I was so upset. I was so mad. I was like, you're telling me I can't play Black Ops 1? Because you can't even put the disc in there. It's not compatible anymore, which is so stupid. That makes no sense. I get it. They're trying to push their own gaming narrative and stuff, but dude, I'm not here for it. I love the game that you used to have. The new stuff just isn't good anymore. or it just isn't good, period. Like, it wasn't really good to begin with. So anyways, I'm just curious as to what you guys think about all this, and I want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions. Is Xbox going to be the superior race? Has every Xbox player earned the biggest bragging right of gaming history? Because there's always this conflict of this gaming this console war. So it's always been there since PlayStation 2, and it was even really big with PlayStation 3. So I don't know. I'm here for it, man. I think it's great. More content, more access to more video games, the better. That's just stands to reason. That's just facts. So I'm just curious as to what this is going to look like for the gaming industry, and where this is going to go for the future, because I very well see the next gaming console, whatever it's going to be, I just built integrated into its console, where you're going to be able to just open up the plethora of video games at your disposal from Steam, from all previous Xbox games. You're playing PlayStation games and Xbox games, and there are some exclusive PC games. I mean, they're far and few between now, because like Phasmophobia was like really the only PC game for the longest time, but now it's reached its way to PlayStation and Xbox, and so I think that's really cool. But yeah, now you're gonna be able to potentially have the ability to play all of these things on one gaming console and one subscription. That's great news, and well done, Xbox. If PlayStation doesn't do anything to really combat this and stay in the competitive game of the industry here, they very well could have taken the title of the far superior gaming race. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. There's a lot of hypotheticals. There's a lot of things up in the air right now. Especially considering the fact that this is still an alpha development. This is not, this is not like a huge thing right now. You just gotta wait and see, because like I said, this could change everything. It would certainly bring down the cost of gaming tremendously low for myself, if it means that I can just go back to playing one game, one gaming console, and whatever games that I want to play at my disposal. So anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'm not sure if I'm really going to be able to keep you updated with all the news about it, but I do love to hear what your guys' thoughts and opinions are about this, and what this could possibly mean for the gaming industry as a whole. Do you think they're going to work on a new gaming engine? Do you think what could possibly be the next best thing? So it's impossible to tell, but I think Xbox is booking it to get that monopoly on the gaming industry. I think they are moving in a good, positive direction too. Like, it's a direction that is certainly effective, right? So anyways, that's pretty much it though, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys found it entertaining. And Xbox, welcome to Helldivers. This is exciting. I love it. Love that for you guys. I hate the fact that you guys weren't able to have it sooner. I hate that you guys missed out on the Battle for Super Earth. I hate that you missed the Creek. I hate that you missed out on a lot. But there is definitely going to be more to come. So, let's keep it positive, and welcome our newest Helldivers to the battlefield. So thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you in the next one.